everyone, I'm Jackie and welcome to my channel. We are enjoying life's journey while on the path to financial freedom. If you're not familiar with the channel, I talk about goal setting, personal finance, and a little bit about our minimalist lifestyle. So if you're interested in any of those topics, please consider subscribing. I would love to have you. So today we are going to talk about must-haves, the wants, and the want-nots in the new house that we're buying. Okay, so if you're not familiar, we are purchasing a house. We're supposed to close on July 23rd. I've already gone over a few things to do or to consider before deciding to purchase the house or before looking at houses. And then I've talked about the whole pre-qualification process that we went through before we actually started looking at houses. So then while we did that whole process, the next step is to decide what it is that you want in a house. So I say these three things. Now originally Ricky was going to join me in the video, so I do have notes on what he wanted to contribute to his thing. If you guys know, he is working right now. He's been working 6 10-hour days, so he's working a lot. So I'm not going to make him come make a video with me while he's doing all of that. So I do know what some of his must-haves, wants, and want-nots were when purchasing the house. So this is something we sat down, we talked about. So we talked about all of these things ahead of time, and then we relayed this information to our realtor, and then our realtor went ahead and set us up on the MLS with the criteria that we are looking for. Okay, so the first thing that we knew right off the bat comes down to basically kind of like neighborhood location, right? We knew we did not want to live in a neighborhood that had a homeowners association. You know, we just didn't want to have the added cost of that, and we didn't want, we want to be able to grow food and things like that. We don't want people to tell us what we can and can't grow in our yard. We're not planning on doing anything crazy or having a messy yard or anything, but that's just something that we knew for sure that we did not want a homeowners association. When it came down to it, we kind of had an idea what our budget was. So our budget was basically, we told our realtor up to go ahead and look at things up to $179,000. That was, $179,000. That was kind of the budget. We didn't want to look at anything over that because even if we could get qualified for something over that, we didn't want to have that much of an expense, okay? But we knew we would feel comfortable around 170. We went ahead and said, you know what, we'll look at stuff up to 179 just in case, because the market, the houses are just, the market's crazy right now. So that was the first thing. So our first thing was kind of like our budget. The second one, we didn't want a homeowners association. The third one was what neighborhoods, what area did we want to be in. Ricky works, right now he works up in it's kind of like Union Hills, Deer Valley type, way up there. So he's about 32 miles away where we currently live, one way. So he drives about 64 miles a day. So we knew we wanted to be in a neighborhood that was closer to his work. So we kind of had this outline. There's the freeway, we have a freeway out here called the 101. So it kind of goes on this side up to the top and down. So we basically told our realtor we wanted to be somewhere between the 101s, but north, higher than, there's a road called Indian School. So we knew we wanted to be within, that kind of area, maybe a little bit on the outside or whatever, we knew that. So that was kind of the area. We didn't know exactly what neighborhood yet because we had never lived in that area. So we kind of were just like, we just gotta look everywhere in that area and see. Now this one area over here, it's like Scottsdale, North Scottsdale. We love North Scottsdale. We drive through North Scottsdale when we go to the lake. These are $1 million homes, you guys. These are amazing. So we already knew there was a fat chance that we were going to be living in Scottsdale on our measly $170,000 budget. I think the minimum those houses are over there were almost $400,000. So we still put it in the search. You never know. But yeah, maybe 10 years from now we'll be able to live over there. So that was, so we kind of had our area, right? So we had our budget, we knew we didn't want a homeowners association, we knew the area we wanted to be in. So from there, then it comes down to the actual house. What size house did we want? What did we want? So Ricky, right off the bat, said no 2-story houses. Does not, it has to be a 1-story, and I agree. 2-story houses, the electricity is way too much money. And I just, we don't want to deal with stairs, honestly. So we knew we wanted a 1-story. One thing I wanted to make sure the house was not any larger than, say, 1,400 square feet, 1,400. I didn't want a big house. The apartment we're in right now is a 2-bedroom, 2-bath, and it's about 820 square feet, I think. So I had told Ricky I wouldn't mind having something similar in the size that we're in. I like our electricity bill. It's something we can manage. We wanted to kind of keep our expenses, our monthly expenses, as close to what we're paying now. So we knew, okay, we don't want a huge house. Also, we don't want to clean. I am a minimalist, so I don't want a huge space that I have to maintain as well. Also, for us, this is still a pretty big space, because if you guys followed our channel before, we lived in an RV. We lived in like 100 square feet for like 6 months before. So this is still a pretty big space for us. So we knew we didn't want anything over 1,400 square feet. And we didn't want anything larger than like 3 bedrooms or 2 baths. So we didn't want a 4-bedroom house. We didn't want that. So basically we knew, okay, 1,400 square feet or less, up to 3 bedrooms, up to 2 baths, but we were still good with 2 bedrooms, 1 bath, something like that. So that's kind of like the size of the home, a 1-story home. So that's kind of what we wanted. Would like, but it wasn't a deal breaker, was a garage. So we would like to have a garage, whether it was a 1-car or 2-car, that didn't matter, but it wasn't a deal breaker as long as there was like a carport. There had to be at least some type of covered parking. This was basically one of Ricky's things. Hey, it has to at least have a covered parking, maybe something, it's at least, if it's a carport, we could eventually turn it into a garage or something like that, but it had to at least have a carport, but he would prefer a garage. Okay, so that was one of Ricky's wants, or must-have kind of thing. So one of mine was the size of the house, right? The other thing was we weren't really looking at the age of the home. We weren't concerned about that, but we were concerned. We did want it to be move-in ready. We didn't want to have to do a ton of work. One, we didn't have the extra money to do a ton of work, and a lot of times if it needs too much work, then the banks don't want to lend you the money. So we knew we wanted it to be move-in ready. The other thing that Ricky had that was a must not, a have not, could not have. Ricky said no carpet in the main living, okay? No carpet in the living room, the hallways, no. If it was in the bedrooms, it was okay, preferably no carpet at all, but absolutely no carpet in the living room, okay? So that was one of his absolute not. One of my absolute nots was no pool, no pool. Yes, it's Arizona, it's nice to have a pool, but the expense and the upkeep of a pool is insane. So I said absolutely no pool, and then we both agreed no fireplace. We didn't want a fireplace, it's just wasted space here in Arizona. We love fires in the wintertime outside. We love like the bonfire type feel. So those were some of the must-nots. It could not have an HOA, it could not have carpet, it could, in the main living room, it couldn't have a pool, and no fireplace. So those were some big things. Some must: a 1-story, 2 or 3 bedroom, 1 or 2 bath, at least a carport. Okay, so those were some of the must-haves, right? So some of the wants for me would, again, to have the same type of flooring throughout the house. We saw a lot of houses where every room was a different type of flooring, and it drives me crazy. So that was one of the things that I would like to have. The other thing that I would have liked, that I was liking, same thing, kind of goes in with the garage, but having the laundry somewhere inside, easy access to the laundry. It would be nice if the house came with all the appliances, but it wasn't absolutely must. It wasn't a deal breaker. Same thing, like I said, it had to be kind of move-in ready, proper working air conditioner and things like that. The last thing is kind of dealing with the yard, okay, the size of the lot was on. Now, I would really like to have as much property as possible. I mean, if we could be on a ½ acre, an acre, that'd be awesome. But realistically, for our price range, I knew, we wouldn't be able to find something that. So I said, okay, if our yard is at least 5,000 square feet, our lot, if it's at least 5,000 square feet or larger, then that's great. That's something I can work with. Now, we would like to have some grown trees, some big shade trees, but that, again, that wasn't a must. It was, it would like to be. And then with the backyard, it would be nice if it had this was one of Ricky's. Ricky really wanted a covered back patio, but again, it wasn't a deal breaker. It was something that we could build or something like that. As far as, you know, landscaping, as far as grass or rocks or whatever, we didn't really care too much about that because, you know, we have a vision that we can turn our yard into whatever it is that we wanted to do. And, you know, because Ricky would like the backyard, he would like an area for his barbecue and maybe a bar and then like his fire pit. And then I want to grow a food forest around whatever he decides to do. Those are our must-haves, our wants, and our want-nots, what we don't want. So those are all the things that we had. So again, we sat down, we talked about all that stuff, and we wrote it out, and we gave all that information to our realtor. You know, some of that stuff obviously isn't going to apply in the search results for the MLS. Like the idea of the carpet, or, you know, being move-in ready, or the back patio and stuff, that doesn't come out when he plugs in. When he plugs into the MLS, the realtor, basically he can plug in the size of the house, the size of the lot, how many bedrooms, how many bathrooms, whether it has an homeowners association, whether it has a pool. There's a few things that he can plug in. So he plugged in what he could on the MLS, which is basically the realtor's website that shows all the houses, and he knew our criteria of what neighborhood we wanted, so he outlined it on the map, and he knew our price range. So then he set all that up in the MLS, and then he sent us the link, and we were able to look at it every day. And then from there, we would go through and we could see, was there carpet, was there a carport or a garage, was there a patio, things like that. You guys, those are all of our things. Again, Ricky couldn't join me for the video this time, but I did share what his input was on those things. I'd love to hear from you guys. If you're in the market, if you're planning on purchasing a house in the future, or if you've already purchased a house, what were some of your must-haves or your wants or your want-nots in purchasing a house? So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope it kind of helps you in some way. You can kind of see all of the things to consider when purchasing a home, or, you know, the area when you start looking at homes. So I hope that helps you guys in some way. So join me. I am going to go over, I'm going to log onto the computer later this week or next week. I'm going to show you guys how we went and evaluated, how we looked at all of these houses online before we physically went and looked at them, and how we picked out what criteria would work and what would not. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon. Bye.